Hello, welcome to my Flosstube channel, Catherine Stitches. I am Catherine, and welcome back if you're coming to join me after my first video, and welcome to anyone who's new. Thanks everyone for all your lovely comments on my first video. I know it was only uploaded on Sunday, but I kind of wanted to do an update video so that I didn't have to remember as much, and yeah, I've got a lot to share, so let's just get started. Before I start, I've got my creative director on the other side of the camera, Miss Bobby. She's on her hammock. I'll put a photograph in of her because I just took a photograph of her before I started to let you all see, so I don't want to disturb her, I don't want to bring her down, so she's just happily doing her thing over there. Okay, so I have 8 projects to show you since I filmed on Sunday. So yes, first one, I've got them all down here, so sorry, I'm gonna have to rifle. So first one is the Mini Princesses by Stitcheria. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that. So I put a little bit of work into this. I put 301 stitches, which brings me up to 325 stitches out of 16,745. A whole 1.94%. So yes, just working on her hair. Just wanted to kind of get a little bit of work put in there. I will have hopefully put a photograph in of where I was last week, but come on, it was a pitiful start. I knew I had to just put a little bit more in this one. So this is Tiana from The Princess and the Frog, but interestingly, I have never seen The Princess and the Frog, so maybe that's going to be my afternoon watch today to get a bit more information, get a bit more what is this film I'm stitching this princess. So yeah, that was my first one. Okay, second one. Oops, I left it over there. Hold on, I'm not pausing. The only one that I forgot to pick up. Okay, so Wednesday and Cat, my favourite project, and this actually got a few people commented on it, so I'll put a photograph where I was last week. So yeah, I just kind of have been working along this section. Yes, I can see now the cat's ears, which I'm so excited to get to. So I put in 823 stitches into this. So yeah, just see all the lovely colours. Sorry, that was maybe out of shot there for a while. So this is 32,290 stitches out of 160,000, bringing me to 20.18%. So yeah, I'm not taking this out of the Q-snap because this is going to be my, I just continue to work on it every week. And I must say, I just have to say, I ordered a lot when I first started stitching. I ordered a lot of stitches, Q-snaps off Amazon, and I bought my first Q-snap from Abby at crossncrafts, and her Q-snaps are, obviously these must be dupe ones that I got, because the ones that Abby sells are obviously the real thing, and they are unbelievable. They're almost, they've got like ridged on the inside of the clips, and they keep your fabric so tight. It's brilliant. Like you can't really see, but at the bottom here it's a little bit slack. So yeah, if anyone is wanting to, I was talking to Nadia Dark X Stitch about this actually this morning, last night, and I said, because she said she uses Nerge, and I've got one Nerge, but I think I like using those these little sort of I don't even know what you call them, as well as the magnetic like kibbly tie things. So the combination of those work for me better with a Q-snap because they actually fit round the circular frame. So anyhow, I digress. Project number 3. So this was fully inspired by watching, I stumbled across Stuart's in Stitches, a Stuart channel. Oh, amazing. After seeing some of his fancy ladies, I was like, I just have to stitch on mine. Oh, but honestly, there was a bit of a story behind this one. So I picked it up. I couldn't even figure out what way the piece was when I showed this on Sunday. And I was going, oh, is it this way? And clearly when I watched it back, I was like, well, that's obviously the right way that I was showing it. How did I not know that that was the right way? So this is the right way. So I'll show a photograph of where I was last time. So I was working up in here, and I realized I'd made a mistake. I was one too far over. So I basically needed to frog everything I had put in up to about here. Redid it. Realized that I'd went wrong again. Had to frog it again. Redo it. I was totally and utterly sick. So yeah. This went away after I'd finished this small portion. So I didn't get that much done. I don't have stats on this one because it's paper. So I was totally fed up with that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do well with paper charts. So, and yeah, so that is that one there. So yeah. It is really nice. It is really, really nice. And the linen's okay to work on. So yeah, Stuart inspired that one. And he's got it too somewhere in his numerous bags, as he told me. Okay, so project number 4 was a new start. So I felt like after spending all the time and editing and getting, I felt really like a sense of accomplishment that I did all that, and I managed to upload a video, which I thought was okay. I decided to have a new start. So this was actually, I seen this on Liz's channel, and I will put her channel in. So I'll put a photograph of what this will be like. So this is the mugshot fill-in stitch along. This one isn't available anymore, but I emailed Abby at Abby Sue Designs to see if she could do me a custom listing for it, and she did. So I was totally I was just excited about that. So yeah, started this during the week. Started this on the 1st, and this is done on my 32 count Murano Easy Count from my dragon ride into the night, because I'm restarting it on a different fabric because it's just too small to do tent. So this one's 2/2 with CXC threads. So this is where obviously this new start, so I don't have a before photo, but I've showed you what it's like. So this is this one. So worked primarily on the frame, started working inside the frame, and honestly, it's so lovely to work on 2/2 on 32 count. It's really nice compared to like 16 count. It is obviously a bit crunchy, but this one is just so soft. So this will be the Evil Queen. And I got a total of 501 stitches done on that out of 47,000. No, you know what? I'm not going to give you stats because it didn't go in the best, and I had to manually add some colours. So actually, no, I'm not going to give you any percentages or final stats on that because I know they're going to be wrong, because I'm having to manually put stuff in. I don't know what happened. I use markup RXP, so yeah. But that's 501 stitches anyway. Evil Queen is the first to be worked on. So that was my new start of the week. One new start. I should have actually put that at the start. However, it's fine. It's fine. The next one I have is the Dragon to Field Guide. So we'll put a photograph of in of what it'll be like. This one, actually, this fabric got quite a lot of love whenever I put it up. I know a few of my my friend was like, he loved the fabric. He thought it was so nice. So I'll put a photograph of where it was, and this is what it's like now. So I got the wyvern done. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I just didn't do this when it first came out. I don't know why I just didn't do one dragon a month, because then I would have had the thing finished. Oh, the amount of greens in there, and when you're stitching it, you think, is this worth it? These colours are so similar, you know. But obviously now you get the full effect. Now the only thing I haven't did with this one is put in the back stitch for wyvern. I don't know whether I'm going to do that or not. I think I'm going to do all the stitching and then see how I feel whether I'm going to put the names of the individual dragons on. So this one got a total of 808 stitches to finish the wyvern. So 808 stitches, goodness me, 808 stitches in that beast. All green apart from obviously the fire. So yes, I don't know what one I'm going to move on to next. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe the one, I think I put on my Instagram, the one that I might move on to. I can't remember the name of it, begins with A. It's the one to the left of the wyvern, and it reminds me a bit of the phoenix from Harry Potter. It's not the same colours, but I think the feathers on it. Feathers, is that the right word? I don't know. Okay, the 6th project I worked on was my Wonderland. Wonderland by Tilton Crafts. So I'll put a photograph what it is, what it will be like when it's done. This one lives in, I know I showed this the last time, but can't get enough of that bag. So this is what it's like now, and I'll put a photograph of what it was like. I worked up in this part, so sort of some of the blues, some of the hair, some of the face. I worked on this when I was watching The Rings of Power. I don't know if anyone else watches it, but yeah, just when I'm looking at that, it just brings me back to when I was watching it. So I got a total of 558 stitches done, which brings me up to 7,003 stitches out of 135,850, and that's 5.15%. Sorry, for the dragon one, I should actually say that I know I didn't have proper stats for that one, because I didn't have the full chart. I kind of just parts 1 and 2 put in, so it wasn't going to be an accurate stitch count. So once I finished the wyvern, I put the whole chart in. I marked off what I had done because it was going to be easier to mark off the full wyvern. So I have a total of 2,744 stitches out of 18,296 stitches. So my plan is to do 1 dragon a month on that, like I should have been doing from January. Oh, my needle minder in that one. Look at that. Drink me. Thought that was very suitable. Excuse me. I've got my iced coffee in my lovely Starbucks cup, which I got on my hen party 2 years ago now, which seems to be crazy. I can't believe it's been 2 years since my hen party, so this always reminds me of that. So it's so nice. I love it, and it's glow in the dark as well, so yeah, it's brilliant. Okay, next one I worked on because I really want to get this finished. As you can probably tell, I don't have any goals. I don't set myself any goals. I don't do any sort of decision wheel or whip go or anything like that. I literally just stitch what I feel like doing. You know, yesterday I stitched on 3 different things, so you know, I just chop and change. So I don't like to set myself strict plans. I just like to do whatever I want. So in saying that, if I want to finish something like this one, I think because I'm quite close to a finish and it's probably the thing that I'm closest to finishing, I kind of want to, you know, spurred on by finishing it. So I'll put a photograph of what it was like last time. This is what it's like today. And I know I did say that I would wait to the end to do the back stitching. However, this bottom part is the part that I worked on, so I just thought to myself, I'll be moving the Q snap up very soon, and there's not that much back stitching in the bottom. So these 2 golf clubs, I got a bit of the shoe done and I got the golf ball done. So when I was doing it, I kind of thought, oh, that back stitching looks really thick. But now that I've had a chance to sort of look at it in the camera, I think it looks perfectly fine. So this got a total of 658 stitches out of a total, well, sorry, it's bringing me up to a total of 11,974 stitches out of 16,799, so I'm at 71.28. So yeah, I'll probably, I think I've only got this little bit to work on, and then that kind of goes up, and then it's this bit, and then I'll be able to put in the other lace of his shoe. So if I could get another similar amount done next week and the week after, and the week after that, and so on and so on. I think I should have this finished before Christmas. I haven't done any calculations yet, but yeah, I think I could get that done. Even, do you know what, even if I worked on this 2 days a week putting in 500 stitches, like I could get that done in what, like 5 days, 5-6 days, including the back stitch. So it's just, there's just too many other things. And because that's full cross on 14 count data, you know, obviously it stitches up a lot slower than tent, which is what a lot of my full coverages are. Okay, so the last one that I stitch on is Eddie Munson. Eddie Munson, I've got this still in the key snap because I'm probably going to work on it today. I don't know. I might chop and change. I was working on it this morning when I woke up super early. I thought, you know what? Yep, I'll work on him. So this is where Eddie is. I'll put a photograph in of where he was before. So I got a total of 641 stitches done on Eddie, and this brings me to a total of 3,213 stitches out of 52,164, and this brings me up to 6.16%. So yeah, I mean, this only has 32 colours, but I just think how those colours, like, I don't know how so little colours can achieve such a dramatic, you know, all the shading, and obviously that's very clearly a tongue and a mouth and part of his chin. But I just think 32 colours, that's crazy. You know, like I've got some projects with over 100 colours, but that, you know, sometimes you think, do you need as much, you know? And I kind of wanted to talk about, while we're on the subject of Eddie Munson, I always like to try new things, and I think as someone who loves to do lots of different crafts, I was watching a video, I think I woke up super early and I didn't want to get out of bed quite yet, so I put on stitching masterpieces on Flosstube, and she has a few videos of how to stitch faster and stuff like that. So she has a video about floss organization, and I watched it. And I took her idea. So basically it's creating your own sort of floss card with all the floss in the back. So I'm giving this a go. I think her holes are slightly smaller than mine. So obviously when I'm pulling some of these, it kind of pulling a bit of the thread out. But previously, I think these actually hold more than 32 colours. I think I had to snip some of this off. But I don't have big enough sandwich bags, so it's kind of bunching a little bit at the back. But I mean, I quite like it. This has 32 colours. And I had it on, obviously, one of those plastic floss cards which holds 20 colours, and then I had it on just like floss drops on a ring. So, you know, finding the colour, I was having to either pick up the floss card, look to see if the colour was there, and then pick up the floss drops and then flick through those. It definitely is a lot quicker, so I can just scan down. This is the full list of colours, and I can say, oh, yep, 644, there we go. The only thing that, like, if some of these get tangled a little bit and then they pull out a full sort of 6 strands, you know, and then I'm kind of like, don't really want to have to take this apart and put the back in, so then I just use all that to stitch all the colours on the chart. You know, say if it's like, I know 642 come out earlier, and I just worked in all the threads that, you know, for 642 to get, so I wasn't having to put it back in. So it's the only thing that's kind of like, I don't know, I'll trial it. I thought that this would be a good project to trial it on, because there's not that many colours and it didn't take me that long to do it all. So yeah, apart from your, you know, obviously you need a printer, you know, the clear plastic packaging tape. Next time I do it, I'll probably do the other side as well. And then obviously your sandwich bags and a little mini hole puncher, single one. As I say, mine's probably a bit too big, so yeah, but I'm quite liking it so far for this one. I'm not doing it for any more until I kind of see how it wears and how it lasts. So yeah, I will tag stitching masterpieces down below, so you can have a look at you know, I think she kits up some of her like max color ones, and she's got like multiple layers of those floss cards all bundled together, which looks incredible. I love the sound. I don't know, when I pick up that now, I love the sound of that like sandwich bag with the floss in it. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm weird because see, when I watch Flosstube and people do undo zips, I love the sound of zips and the bags rustling. I don't know. Okay, so that's that. I only have one thing to show you. So Heaven and Earth Designs were having a sale. I think, was it Wednesday, Thursday? So I said in my last video that I wanted to start Witchwood Express by Lisa Parker. Pretty sure it's Lisa Parker. If it's not, I'll put a correction of who it is. So I'll put a photograph on now of what it'll be like. So even though I did have a new start to celebrate my Flosstube, I don't know what you would want to call it. I wanted to start Witchwood Express. So for this one, I need to still order the fabric. So I think that's going to be next month's haul. And AliExpress were doing like a discount day or a couple of discount days. So I ended up I kitted it up using the Royal Broderie, their thread. So I've got quite a few projects in 25 count, using DMC, using CXC, using AMO. I've got some Royal Broderie from Blushing Pink Stitches. I ordered some 939 from her for Wednesday. And I just want to see how it looks. So I know it's not going to give you, well, it's not going to give me as much coverage as the CXC that I would like. However, even the CXC done on tent on 25 count, especially if it's a very like chopping and changing the colours, it gets a little bit lumpy on the top. And although to look at it you wouldn't think there's anything wrong with it, but it just gets a wee bit tight. Now I know I am doing the In the Sunroom project on 28 count CXC tent 2/1. For some reason it actually doesn't feel as bad as the 25 count. I don't know. So I'm going to do the Royal Broderie for Witchwood Express. So we will see when that comes, and when I started, how I feel. I'll start in the centre because there's just too much background at the top for me to enjoy starting that. I just want to get into the cats and the train. So yeah, I got that from Factory Shop on AliExpress. I think Siska Stitches, she has said that she gets her threads from there as well. And they're great. He sends you a spreadsheet and you just put in the numbers that you need, equating to whatever amount you've ordered. So yes, I touch a bit about who I've watched this week. So obviously Stuart inspired my stitching. Siska Stitches, I watched her last week. Hannah, I'll tag all these people below. In Stitches with Ebony put out her latest update. Crafty Gaming Jamie, love her projects. She's brilliant. And actually she's got some really good book recommendations as well. So there's one about a vampire, I can't remember. I'm going to start it. And I actually started a really good book called Dragon Rider. I can tag it below. It's an audiobook. Really, really good. If you kind of like the Fourth Wing type dragony fantasy, almost has a Game of Thrones feel to it when you're reading it. So it's very, very good. So anyway, sorry, I digress. Crafty Emily, she put out her October plans. She's doing basically, is it 30 or 31 whips that she's going to do the spinning of the wheel. Fun with Cross Stitch Sharon, she's got some lovely pieces. Simply a Stitcher Nicola, nobody, well, I'm sure a lot of you do know, but Nicola does sort of 2 live streams on a Sunday night and a Wednesday night. So yeah, she's got a Facebook page as well. Great projects, and I love tuning in and just, yeah, she's so real. She keeps it real. She's brilliant. And yeah, she's so supportive, and yeah, she's brilliant. And then Dark X Stitch Nadia, she put out her update video this week and she got engaged. So congratulations, Nadia. I'm so delighted for you. So yes, that is all my stitching, my haul, my update. I will have a couple more things to show you next week. So I've ordered a new bag, and I've ordered some needle minder storage from Canny Little Fox. Goodness me, that name slipped my head. Sorry. So yes, I don't know when those will be arriving. I'm hoping maybe in the next week or two. So yes, I kind of had a thought. You know, I did say last week, does anyone have any recommendations? And then the more I thought about it, the more I kind of was decided to do one of the, ask her if she could do one of those little bobbin, you know, bobbin with the little plastic, and you put the bobbins in, and it's a little folder, and you can kind of, you know, a little like this, but on a smaller scale with little plastic pouches for your bobbins. But obviously I'll be doing it for, sorry, for my needle minders, because at the minute they're just in like a bag, like they're in a bag like this, you know, and I've needle mindered one side and put the magnet on the other to sort of keep it stable. But I don't like that. It's very boring. I want to at least have maybe the bag sitting out so that I can see and easily flick through, and we'll see. We'll see. I will trial it out. I will let you know. I will show you when it arrives. So yeah, nothing else this week. Yeah, I was just in the office on Thursday, and then me and my husband went out for some dinner. And apart from that, yeah, I have the house to myself today, so I'm not too sure what I'm going to stitch this afternoon. It's anyone's guess. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe my I don't know, maybe I could start it on another dragon, because I'm actually really enjoying working on that at the minute. Now that I've got going again, and I think Flosstube actually is giving me a bit of a spur to stitch on things that maybe I was like so full coverage, but I think watching other people's recently has made me want to stitch a bit more on like the fancy ladies, or my Halloween Quaker. I actually might stitch on it. I'll put a photograph in of it, because obviously we're getting near Halloween time, and hence my very cozy jumper, whatever you want to call it, because it is cooling down a lot here. So but yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. I would really appreciate that you would like and maybe subscribe if you want to see some more, if you like my projects. If not, that's okay. Thank you for joining. And yeah, I think I'll do, as I said, weekly update. I'll do next Saturday. I'll jump on if I can. If not, maybe be Friday, maybe be Sunday. But yeah, thank you, and I will see you next week.